Great audio. Okay, there we go. Now we can go.
Good evening, everyone, and thank you for tuning in to another episode of Shelly Speaks Truth right here on TooRawForTV.tv. If you are here for the first time, welcome and thank you very much for joining us. Now, what we usually do around here is when we start the show, we are streaming from a few other platforms, and I believe those platforms are usually Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube, and X every once in a while.
Yeah, we're on X also and TikTok as well.
Oh, okay. So some new ones have been added. All right. So that is only for a short period of time. We do not stream the entire show on those other platforms. If you would like to see the entirety of the show, you will have to come over to 2rawfortv.tv, and that is the number 2 raw, the number 4 tv.tv. So I hope that you all will make that transition with us if you are watching on any of the platforms. I'm hoping that you all will come over to 2 Raw for TV to join us for the duration of the show. Now, as you all can see in the thumbnail, we will be discussing rapper Doechii tonight and her controversial comments that were made. And we'll be also discussing a few other things as well. But this week, a lot of talk about masculinity has been happening on social media, and people have been going back and forth with each other about what their idea of masculinity is. And for the most part, for me, what I've always seen masculinity is I guess you could say strength, authority, logic, maturity, and also kindness, generosity, and things like that. Those were always traits that I thought could be attributed to someone who was masculine. But there's also been a lot of talk about toxic masculinity this week as well, because what some people are saying is that with what society kind of perpetuates as masculinity is toxic, because in society, I guess showing masculinity means that you don't really express your emotions. I guess you could come across as being insensitive and things like that. So again, there has been a lot of back and forth going on social media and within this past week and the week before, because of the comments that Doechii has made, as well as actor, God, why do I always forget his name? He was Captain America, and the new Captain, Anthony Mackie, that's his name. Anthony Mackie also found himself under fire this week for some comments that he made about his thoughts on what is happening to masculinity in society today. So we will be getting into clips of what he had to say. We'll also be getting into clips of Doechii as well. Phone lines will be opening. So if anyone would like to call in and comment or ask any questions, phone lines will be opening here shortly. And I would like to hear from some of you who are watching right now what your idea of masculinity is, because I was watching, I don't know if any of you watch him as well, but I was watching Adrian Expression on YouTube, and he is a gay male. And he was saying that what he thinks is happening with masculinity in society today is that men are kind of working against themselves, because there's this push to, I guess, exude the type of masculinity that is harmful to the people around them. And I'm not going to 100% disagree with him, because I feel like for some men, they feel as if, they have to be too aggressive, too strong, and that can come across as toxic in many cases, because it usually ends up clashing with the people around them. And we may know some people in our lives like that, but I think that what we've also seen with a lot of these emerging YouTube personalities like the Andrew Tates of the world, they do display a level of toxic masculinity that I believe is harmful to society, because it gives young, impressionable young men and some older men who really have not found their way in life, it gives them a false impression of what masculinity is. And I do feel like it can be harmful to women, because, you know, you have those men that feel like being masculine is to dominate women. You have other men that feel like, you know, to be masculine in some cases is to mistreat and manipulate women. You know, there was clips that were going around for a while with Andrew Tate, where he was saying things to his listeners like, women are stupid and therefore you know, you have to control them because they don't know how to control themselves. So, you know, with messages like that, and men who identify themselves as alpha males and the ultimate masculine, those types of messages, you know, when being displayed to individuals who can't really think for themselves, like teenage boys and young men, and like I said, some older men who may not have really found themselves in life, they go out into society after they listen to men like Andrew Tate, and they begin to perpetuate, you know, those messages onto women in society. And again, those types of things can come off, can be seen, and pretty much are displays of toxic masculinity. I want to get into the clip. Do we have the clip ready of Doechii?
Doechii, yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and play this clip of Doechii, because, man, there's just back-to-back videos with people, some agreeing with her.
Real quick, if you're, whatever platform you're listening on, you know, Instagram, Facebook, website, it doesn't matter where you just go ahead and share it out just like how you would share any other post on social media. You know, just hit the share button. You know, it works just like any other social media button works. So let's share and get some, you know, get the algorithm going first. Press the like button. You know, all the stuff you do for social media. Come on, act like you don't know.
Okay, yes, so please share. That is definitely greatly appreciated. Push us through the algorithm so that, you know, we can have more people come over and join the conversation and discussions, because I really do like to hear from the listeners and know what you all are thinking about, you know, the topic at hand. So please do go ahead and share that with your friends list and all that good stuff. So I do want to get into the clip of Doechii, because like I said, her comments were inflammatory to some people, and others agreed with her. So if we have the clip ready, we can go ahead and roll it.
You're on the right track.
I think that will start from the beginning.
I have my answer. Is it close enough? You want to guess one more time? What would be a red flag for me?
It's fine. Just
Bad music taste?
Oh, that is a good one.
Because that's one for me.
That is a good one.
Like,
but that's
what
not
do you
what
mean
I put.
you don't listen to Michael Jackson? But okay.
Okay. This is a huge red flag for me.
All right. You know what's so crazy? I was going to say men.
I mean, strike one. You're a man.
Yeah.
And you're heterosexual.
Yeah. I was going to say. So,
biggest dating red flag.
Okay, so as you all can see, the young lady asked her what was her biggest dating red flag, and her answer was heterosexual men. So of course, that caused a firestorm on social media. A lot of people made videos about it. Of course, heterosexual men were not feeling it and were upset by it. But I want to say this. I don't know how many people have noticed over the past, I would say over the course of the past few years, there has been messages being pushed about heterosexual men, that heterosexual men cause harm to the community. I don't know how many of you have seen, the conversations happening online and things like that, where there was even a time where, at least I don't see it being discussed as much now, but there was a time where, people were saying that in our community, in the Black community, the message was being pushed that heterosexual Black males are the white supremacists of the Black community. And, there were people that was in agreement with that. Of course, there were a number of people that disagreed with that and were like, hold on, what do you mean by that? And, what the people who were making those statements were basically saying is that heterosexual men are very toxic to the Black community, as far as homophobia, as far as femicide and the abuse and, murder of Black women. So again, that was something that was being discussed within our community for a span of over a few years. And there were people that were in agreement with it. I wouldn't say that I necessarily would take it to that extent that Black heterosexual men are the white supremacists of Black society. I think that was taking it just a little bit too far. But, just being objective, I guess I could see where they were kind of trying to come from, like, basically saying that heterosexual males in the Black community suppress other people in the Black community, women, gay men, things like that. And although I'm not 100% in agreement with that, that is the way people were feeling. And I'm not going to invalidate their feelings because that could have very well been their experiences. But getting back to Doechii and her saying that heterosexual males are a dating red flag for her, a lot of people are, I won't say a lot of people, there have been a few people questioning Doechii because they're saying she kind of rose up in the ranks in the music industry very relatively quickly, which gives them the impression that she might be an industry plant. Because listening to, I don't know if anybody follows him, but from time to time, I listen to a entertainment blogger by the name of Storm Monroe. And personally, I think he's the best next to Wendy Williams when it comes to entertainment news. So he explained on his channel that, he got offers to go mainstream. Like, he got offers from Revolt TV and things like that. But he, okay. Caller, you're live. Hello.
Yes, absolutely. I was just calling in, chime in. I think you guys have done a great job on, speaking on the subject of masculinity and that.
Yes.
Yeah. I, just wanted to share. Again, I really think it's the programming because naturally, especially in our community, we weren't designed to necessarily attack masculinity, but I think it's more or less programming and a lot of things that, the big media are promoting, the shows that they put on, the things that they are, allowing to get a lot of airplay for it to continuously repeat in the minds of our people. So our people are beginning to get, I guess, sensitive or numb to reality, and they're taking on what is apparent to be normal. But naturally, it's not, within our people to be such. So I just want to say you guys are doing a great job. And, just keep up the great work on bringing awareness.
Well, thank you very, very much for your call and sharing your opinion. I just wanted to ask you a quick question. Do you think that this is something that is being done to attack masculinity as a whole across all communities, or do you think it's more of a push within the Black community?
Definitely within the Black community. In my opinion, I stated that even when they came out with like the movie Woman King. It's like, why? No other race of people gonna call their women kings. No other race of women will they promote shaving off your head, being a warrior, fighting against your men. So, it's like, you gotta realize, even like I say, the movies, the things that they give to promote, put in front of us. Why would y'all give us a woman king? Why can't our woman be empress, goddess, or whatever? Why ain't nobody else calling their women no king? Ain't no other race of men promoting and pushing their women as kings. But that's something they want to feed to us, to bring about division or to misplace or to offset who we are. No, men should be men. Men should rise to the occasion to be who they're supposed to be in our community. We're not looking for our women to be kings, and then, like I said, it's things where they will feed our women this so it can stroke their egos, and then you have to say, yeah, we should be kings too. But no, love, that's not who you are. We respect you in your femininity and who you are. Be the goddess, be the queen, or be, whatever feminine role or energy that you bring to the table, and we respect you in that because there's certain things that we cannot do. Even the Creator was so blessed. As a man, he said, hey, I'm going to send y'all some help. I know y'all men, but y'all going to need some help. So he sent us the greatest help that we could ever get, which is the woman. And we appreciate the woman in her role. She don't have to be a man. She don't have to be masculine. We love her more when she's in her role. Because I'm a man, and I ain't trying to love nothing masculine. I ain't gay. So, we want our women to be women. We want them to be soft. So like I say, it's a big push, and these are the things that they'll put before us. Now they want to make the Black Panther a woman. They want to make Jesus a woman. There's so many things they want to throw us off balance in our community. This is definitely an attack against the chosen people. So we the children of the sun. So, I don't see it no other way because I don't see this taking place, this foolishness ain't taking place in nobody else's community but ours.
Right.
That's why it's a conversation amongst us. It's not even a conversation amongst them. They ain't thinking they want to understand it. But again, the attack is definitely taking place in the minds of our people because a lot of our people are broken, they're hurt, they're looking for direction. And when our people are vulnerable like that, they're like, okay, we have feed them this. It's like they can feed us anything because our people are looking for hope.
Right.
But, we want to encourage our women and let them know, hey, we do love you. We do love you, and we love you in your masculine role. We can't see you. When you talking crazy, talking tough, talking masculine, we don't even see or recognize you. But the thing is, if you're spiritual, we do. We understand a lot of our sisters are hurt. They have been through some things. So the thing is, we all need to go on that healing journey, for restoration. But there's no need for our sisters to be masculine. No need. They work probably 10 times greater operating their feminine energy. Because as a man, but the things we would do for women, especially if I try to tell sisters, all you got to do is make yourself an asset to a man. You make yourself an asset, you operate feminine, you ain't got to talk crazy. All you got to do is suggest. Women are very powerful. They don't know it. And like I said, I'm a man of the scripture, but the greatest gift that women don't know is their tongue. Women's words are powerful, but I don't think they believe that because sometimes they feel like ain't nobody listening to them. But I'm telling you, a woman with a soft, she can speak softly, but her words are still very powerful. She don't have to be masculine because that takes her toll. The only thing that do is make a spectacle out of her. Then, people get to laughing at her and oh, it's strange, and it becomes a show. It becomes entertainment. But when a woman, she want to move powerful, women are powerful all by themselves. All they got to do is speak.
All right. Well, thank you so much for your call, and I really appreciate your perspective.
Yeah, well, thank you so much. And y'all just keep up the great work. I appreciate what y'all doing on TwoRockTV.tv. Keep up the great work.
Thank you.
All right, peace, love.
Bye-bye. Okay. So I just want to go over this right quick because the caller made a great point about the programming. And as I was saying, I listened to a celebrity vlogger by the name of Storm Moreau. And what he was saying was when he was approached to, get a gig with like mainstream Hollywood, he was one of the first networks he was approached by was Revolt. And he said when he began to talk to different people in the industry, he felt like he just didn't want to be involved with mainstream entertainment industry because he pretty much said like he could see that once he would have gotten involved with that, he wouldn't have had control over pretty much anything that he wanted to do within that field. So he said what he noticed was that if you were a straight man or woman in the entertainment industry, then you were an anomaly. Like he said they even had a name for straight men and straight women in the industry. If I can remember correctly, he said something like plain straights, basic straights. So the thing of what is pushed and promoted within Hollywood and things like that is sexual fluidity. So, it's kind of like a clique where a lot of the people are either gay or bisexual. And I mean, that's fine. But where the issue comes in at is that when someone enters the entertainment industry, they have to feel like an outcast if they're not sexually fluid. And, they're referred to as a basic straight. And it could harm their career if they don't want to be part of the agenda. If they're not, a mega star like a Denzel or somebody, it's very difficult for them to make it in the business if they're not willing to, I don't know if compromise is the correct word, but if they're not willing to bend with their sexuality. If a man, I'll use a man as an example because we're talking about masculinity today. If a man is not willing to, I guess, effeminize himself, then he won't really, I guess, be seen as marketable enough or valuable enough to the industry because he's not really willing to bend on his sexuality. So, it's strange because we do see that being promoted through Hollywood a lot. Like, if you're a man who wants to, I guess, exude masculinity in the sense that you are showing that strength, you're not really, showing like feminine traits, or you just want to be seen as a strong, straight male, then that is something that is kind of frowned upon. And within society as a whole, we're starting to see that as well. I don't think that, because some people say, there was a guy who put up a TikTok video and he said, they try to make it seem like masculinity is just this one thing. And there isn't only one way to be masculine. Now, I'm not going to sit here and pretend like I just have, the correct answer on what is masculinity. I can only go by what I was shown was masculinity, traits that I was told was masculine. But I don't know. I mean, what do you think? What do you think is masculinity in your opinion?
Just being a man. Just being a man.
What does that mean though? Because people are saying like the guy said in the video, a lot of gay men were offended by that because they're like, okay, I might be gay, but I'm still a man. And what, do you think that you're the only one who, do you think you're the only one who can define masculinity? Or another guy was saying that, what was he saying? He was saying that all men do not behave in the same way. So just because a guy may be a little bit more sensitive doesn't mean that he's not masculine.
In today's society, largely men don't excuse me, largely men don't behave the same way. But we don't really call those or classify these as actual men. So, to answer your question, because
wait a minute, what?
Yeah, so in today's society, right, there's been a real push to, like soften masculinity, soften, not to not be proud of being a man, not be proud of being manly, right? Like that's what it's come to, and then because of that, there's this new generation that has this thought, like how you just explained. Well, men don't act the same. Well, yeah, because about 15, 20 years ago, we let you fuckers start acting like you're gay and stuff like that, and start taking on the role of women. So yeah, absolutely. Now you, but you're still not going to change the definition in my mind.
Okay, that's your perspective, but like I said, whenever there's a discussion, like when something that's dealing with human behavior and societal norms and things like that, I always try to take from both sides of the fence, I guess you could say, because although I feel like there, I guess, are basic masculine traits, like I said, strength, authority,
Here's what we're gonna do real quick though. Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna take a very quick commercial break, right? And after we come back from the commercial break, we're not gonna be coming back from the commercial break on any one of these social media platforms. We're not gonna be on TikTok. We're not gonna be on Instagram. We won't be on YouTube. We won't be on Facebook. So what you need to do is you need to come on over to 2raw4tv.tv. Again, the number is 2raw4tv.tv. Did I get that right?
The number 2, raw, the number 4, tv.tv. Please come over and join us on the website exclusively, 2raw4tv.tv.
Yeah, come on over. Let's wrap this up over here. In the meantime, back.
All right. I hope everyone did make the transition over to 2raw4tv.tv. And if you are here, welcome and thank you for coming to join us over here. Now, I do have another clip I want to get into that kind of piggybacks off of what we've been discussing as it relates to if masculinity is under attack. We've also been discussing a little bit of what is masculinity and